Aucklanders will be paying 15 cents more a litre at the pump by the end of September as they're hit with something of a double whammy of taxes. The government has confirmed that fuel excise will increase by 3.5 cents a litre nationwide in 3 months' time. For Aucklanders, that will be on top of the 11.5 cents a litre they'll be paying from Sunday for their regional fuel tax. Rowan Quinn was at today's government announcement.
In a busy Kiwi Rail freight yard, government ministers say Auckland's clogged roads and substandard rail are costing the city $1 billion in productivity a year. To get them up to scratch, Aucklanders will have to help wear the cost. The Finance Minister, Grant Robertson, reckons most of them will understand.
This will, unlock the potential of the city, and I think that's vitally important, that the residents of the city, whenever I talk to people in Auckland about it, understand they have to make an additional contribution. Clearly it would have been better if this had been done spread out over a longer period of time. We can't rewrite history in that way. What we can do is actually create a world-class transport system that allows Auckland to thrive, that allows those people who work here to do jobs that are paid more, and in the end this investment will pay off manyfold for quality of life and lifting living standards.
So are Aucklanders happy to pay up?
Oh, it's a bit scary, especially for the poorer families.
Yeah, I know where I live out in Hobsonville, public transport towards the CBD isn't very good, so I'm still going to have to rely on using a vehicle, so unless they improve public transport, I don't think people would be too happy anyway.
We do need to move away from fossil fuels, and so I know that in the long term it is probably part of the right thing to do, so I'm a little conflicted.
The government's been playing down the impact on low-income families, saying they'll pay just a couple of dollars more a week with the new taxes. But an economist at the New Zealand initiative, Sam Warburton, says poorer families will feel it more than others, and not just because they have less money to spare.
They don't just own low fuel efficiency vehicles, but they drive quite a bit more than your average household as well. And when you look at sole parents, it's the same. You think of a sole parent who's driving their kid around everywhere. They have an older, less fuel-efficient vehicle, which is attracting more tax. And they're ferrying their kid around everywhere as well.
The Transport Minister, Phil Twyford, says if low-income families just bide their time, things will be better.
The thing that we're most concerned about is the effect that congestion and lack of transport choices has on low-income families. The cost of not having decent public transport typically means that in a low-income household, every working adult has no choice but to own and run a car in order to get to and from work.
And Grant Robertson says though low-income families will be hit by the petrol tax, a raft of measures aimed at helping families that also come into effect on Sunday will deliver them as much as $75 extra a week. Nationwide, the government will increase its petrol excise by 3.5 cents a litre next year and again in 2020. I Tamaki Makaurau mō Checkpoint, ko Rowan Quinn tēnei.
Lots of you pointing out that even with the regional tax, fuel in Auckland will still be cheaper than in some parts of the country, and we will look at that once all the prices are up and running.